Hello everybody, it's your boy GlitchGamerZ, and I am here to tell and show you the most insane thing of all time. Even I find this still insane, even after witnessing it firsthand with my friend. For context, me and my friend are alone together in a survival world. Just the two of us. Peaceful mode enabled because, yes, we didn't really feel like going to the end at the time, as my friend already got the dragon egg and everything. So, that's where we are. And considering how he usually puts peaceful mode on for me and everyone else, because, yeah. So, anyways, I was over here fishing, and my dude over here is doing his own thing. We're coming back, and thank you, Xbox's 30-second replay. Without that, this video would not be physically possible to show evidence for. But my dude caught something using it. My friend, caught Herobrine for one singular frame. Maybe more than one. On video. Yeah. Again, 2-player, peaceful mode, no one else. And that happens with a default Steve skin, which no one uses anymore. And it just appeared. No joined game or anything. Appeared and then blipped out of existence. So the dude just straight up snap and left, practically. However, this is his second occurrence. This time, the previous time was actually not caught on camera, sadly, or on video. But nonetheless, I still know and remember it. Herobrine was right behind this tree with only a visible arm and partial side of the face, looking, I'll see, like, well, my friend was, like, over here-ish. Tip of the mouse indicates where they were. In which case, he saw Herobrine for a split second before I turned to try and see him, to see no one, except my friend. So when my friend over here caught him a second time, that's pretty insane. However, because of how Xbox works with videos, it took a bit of time before he could actually send the video. So at the time, I didn't believe him at all. Like, so in the moment, I was thinking, okay, dude's trying to mess with your Herobrine, because I also know a good chunk of horror, as I introduced him to a few things, in fact. And as such, I was thinking, maybe I could troll him and play along at the same time. Well, the troll being more mental than physical at the time. So he was like, okay, don't panic. He is in stage 1 right now. There are 4, maybe 5 stages. He is in stage 1 right now. He will only appear for milliseconds on the screen whether or not you are looking at him. But after a set period of time, stage 2 will arrive, which we do not want for him to continue growing in stages. Again, this is literally what I said. 90% accuracy on the word for word. Excuse me. So I started saying, okay, I know of a way to defeat Herobrine So I'm gonna get some materials, and I'll make it so he's gone. For good. So I go to the Nether and gain soul sand, or soul soil. It was one of the two. Some warped and crimson blocks. Not the wood, but like the leaf things. They're called warped blocks, if I recall correctly. Say, those things. And, I decided to create a sort of what I called a shrine to try and defeat Herobrine using it. However, in the process of making the shrine, after I gained the materials and went back to the overworld, snap of the fingers, the second I load in and walk out of the portal, I'm kicked. On the dot. And I couldn't join back in for the life of me, and, my computer and such is supposed to be able to connect to worlds quite easily. In fact, after being kicked, my dude even decided to leave and rejoin to try and see if that fixed anything. It did not. So Herobrine locked me out of the world thinking that would stop us. However, during the time, but before I got kicked while still in the Nether, I'm gonna say this now. Dude was already in stage 2. He was summoning lightning, random mobs, because it's peaceful mode, he could only summon in bats and cave noises, which shouldn't even exist, because one, the area was not even really altered all that much. It was just slightly flattened out a bit more, and there are no caves underneath the entire place for enough to not have it exist. And the fact is, the bats spawned above the ground without there being a single cave anywhere. And lightning just struck. Even if it's raining right now, there are times where it did it, and I'll point them out when the time comes. And, yeah. And at the same time, while still in the Nether, while my friend was doing that in the overworld, a new structure was there in the Nether that my friend didn't place. I could easily find, as it was right outside the portal. And when I returned to the portal, it looked like this. An E. With nether brick fencing. But if you look at it from the portal's perspective, it is this. A 3. Which was certainly something, so I knew, oh yeah, I'm just gonna mess with this dude further, thinking he did that somehow while I was away. And, still playing along, being semi-genuine, honestly thinking Herobrine still didn't exist, which was stupid of me to say the least. I pressed on. And thus, that led to the kicking and such. So I had to tell my friend to get the materials, which costed one of the 2 soul blocks. It has to be specifically one of the 2. I forgot which one though. The warped warts and the crimson warped blocks aka the leaves of the things, if I recall correctly on what their names are, and 2 shroom lights, specifically. And my dude already had the dragon egg, no duplication, no nothing, so that was also a key ingredient we needed that he thankfully had at the time. Yes, I genuinely almost made my friend do something with the Ender Dragon that, honestly, after that, I'm surprised after what I'm about to say after that. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. So, while I was kicked, I showed him how to make the shrine, which is right here. This is just layer 1. Netherrack, warped, crimson, warped, and soul soil. Specifically, in this pattern. This is layer 1, keep in mind. So I had my friend create this before he had to put warped on top of it with crimson here and here with shroom lights here for layer 2. Yeah, that's all layer 2, literally. And you want to know the funny thing is? If you look at the shape closely, what does it mostly resemble? Turn your head to the side if you have to. That's right. A totem of undying. Yeah. I had my dude create a totem of undying in the center of the shrine using nether-related materials surrounded by soul soil in specific. No soul sand, or it didn't work. So basically, my friend did that, you know. He gained the stuff while Herobrine finally at stage 3, where he started summoning lightning, changed the difficulty to easy mode somehow, and started summoning enemies to directly attack him in the process of creating it. In the end, they were all defeated, so the last instruction was put. Light both shroom lights, and chuck the dragon egg dead center in between the two, and keep the fire burning. And wait 5 minutes for the ritual to 100% work. So my friend did that. He waited there for 5 minutes exactly, keeping the fire still going and not right triggering or left clicking to put it out. Thus, having him get kicked from his own world, rejoining to see a golden block thing with a redstone torch, some blood/redstone, and the dragon egg, which was burned. Yeah. So the dude when he joined back, he was met with a 3x3 golden block grid with a golden block in the center with a redstone torch on top of that. From there, blood was trickling from the shrine to a nearby oak tree. In the shade was the dragon egg. Yeah. My dude burned something that can't be duplicated to stop Herobrine, and it's back. I even heard the burn sound effect and everything to confirm it. From there was a sign that read, "Do you think that will stop me?" Or something along those lines. Do you think you could really stop me? Something along those lines again. So my friend decided to do something about it. I forgot that part, but something happened there. And from then on, there was only one other time Herobrine was ever seen. A few days pass. I finally get the footage confirming that he was actually real. Along with my friend getting this image for me, as I told him to save it for later, so I would likely delete it for whatever reason. Saving grace of the entirety is my friend. Funny. Yep, kind of cool. And, well, when we decided to hop back onto the world, he put me in a hole in the ground and covered it up to make sure that Herobrine likely doesn't come back. The skin I was using was also rather important to the story, but, I wasn't wearing the skin at that time, so, well, until I did. A few seconds later, I changed to the skin that originally cursed the world, and then I swapped back in an instant, thinking everything would be fine. Nope. Herobrine's back. My friend hides in the hole with me. He's scared to go out. And I type in chat using Alt 0, 1, 6, and 7 while holding down the Alt key, and then pressing 3 without holding down the Alt key, and then typing in chat, imagine he's not that evil. Lamal, with an exclamation point. Or it was lol. LOL. It was one of the two. But literally, from then on, didn't see him again. Not once. And the world was deleted, thinking he would return again eventually. I never used that skin from then on. And yeah, I didn't use that skin from then on. Okay, I'm back. Anyways, as I was saying, so, where was I? Okay, I remember now, I think. Yeah, I didn't use that skin for a long while until I decided to experiment and see if I could summon him or anything else. Yes, I wanted to see if I could recreate it. No, I do not have the exact seed available to recreate the world, but I could certainly attempt to try and find him again. The entirety of this story so far has taken place about 4-ish months ago, maybe more. Actually, no, definitely more. It was before Christmas. But yeah, I decided to try and experiment. And this was in Beyond the Caves and Cliffs stuff. Yay! So in which case, a few months passed, and experimentation time was here. My first experiment was seeing what happens if I use what was once called cursed worlds for Minecraft. Ones that weren't actual jokes. like you see in every single clickbait on YouTube. So I first looked to the Nuzlocke world and used the LOCKE with a capital N. That seed still worked when I used the skin. Without the skin, it was different. With the skin in use, it looked like what it once did in the past. With alliums and dead bushes next to a mesa and jungle with a mine shaft right where you spawn. In a nearly perfectly flat zone where you are at. Without the skin, it's entirely different. Who would have guessed? I'll talk about the skin in slightly made detail in a sec. But then I decided, I'm going to test this out. What happens when I don't do anything to the seed other than putting in random numbers and letters? No commas, periods, slashes, nothing. Just numbers and letters, the occasional caps. You get this. 1.16.20.3. I don't even think that's an update version. But, I used the skin. I summoned the Herobrine and used a 1.16 exclusive material blocks to try and defeat him. Minus the dragon egg. So, basically, that happened. Though the funny thing is, in both worlds, nothing changed other than either the seed or the world generation being earlier versions. And the funny thing is, that skin was created after those versions. Using the character creator Minecraft had. Now then, since y'all are probably wondering what the skin looked like, considering I keep bringing up on why it's this cursed thing, first things first, I can't go into perfect detail on what items I used, but I can tell you what it looked like at the very least, as I deleted it and didn't want it cursing my other worlds. And even if I ever recreated the skin, nothing changed. It was never cursed again. So good to know, deleting it stopped it from being cursed. Fun fact. Now, time for the skin itself. It had one red wing and one black wing fully animated, with a red hood with the occasional blinking red eyes from the hood item. Thing. With full-on black robe looking attire. With some hands that had black animated things that if I recall correctly were either void or black tentacles, as what they were called. They are a glove, if I recall correctly, so they should narrow down the search on that one. Save for the back item, and you have only two options to determine where the head is. Yeah, that's all I can really remember off of detailing. Oh, and also the size was maximum size, and I forgot which one of the two arm lengths, though I'm pretty sure I went default, aka Steve. Again, fairly certain, not confirmed. But yeah, that's the skin. That is the skin. And that thing was literally cursed. So yeah, for those who are wondering why my deleted Herobrine is off of the patch notes, you now know why. So I will see y'all later. Have a bit of time to process that, and for those who want to try and recreate it in Bedrock Edition, good bloody luck. Not likely to happen, and you can confirm whether or not you're in survival, single player, or multiplayer whenever you feel like it. So good luck, have fun, and please, hope you don't encounter it. 'Cause, considering how I was right about its stages, if it hit stage 4 via killing the player in survival mode 5 times, it would corrupt the console or computer you were using. Seeing I was right about everything from the other stages / phases, it's safe to assume that would have actually happened. So yeah, again, have fun, good luck, don't try what I did. See ya.